My name's Dr. Jonathan Vernon, and I've been a Brâncuşi scholar for more than 10 years now. This spring, Centre Pompidou, which holds a lot of Brâncuşi's works and received the bequest of his studio after the artist's death, is holding a major retrospective, bringing together both many of the works in the studio and loads from international collection. Brâncuşi was first exhibited in Britain in 1913 at an exhibition called the Salon of the Allied Artists, which was a modernist group that was operative in Britain at that time. His work was reviewed by the famous critic Roger Fry in that moment as well. And he featured in another exhibition in 1916, another in 1925, and on two of those occasions, he actually visited Britain and met a number of artists. Barbara Hepworth and Ben Nicholson, for example, visited his studio on multiple occasions in the early 1930s, and he was, I think, really important to how they both envisaged their practice and sort of understood what was happening in international modernism more broadly. There was also Jim Eade, the founder of Kettle's Yard in Cambridge, who during the 1920s was working for Tate. But Eade travelled to Paris, met Brâncuşi, was a great advocate for his work. And then, in addition to contemporaries of Brâncuşi like the Welsh writer and artist Nina Hamnet, both she and Brâncuşi were famous drinkers and revellers, as well as Jacob Epstein, who was there in Paris and Rome at that time. All of these figures in different ways made major contributions to British cultural life during Brâncuşi's lifetime. We can also talk about the post-war era, and especially the years after Brâncuşi's death, where his fame and renown really rose, from figures like William Tucker, who was an artist in his own right, but also wrote about Brâncuşi's work, through to someone in the present like Anthony Gormley. I think Brâncuşi's impact, his really global impact, and his contribution to modernism has been less acknowledged in this country. We have fewer works in our collections relative to the United States, France, and Romania, but nevertheless, he sits in many ways between the English language speaking world, the French language speaking world, the Romanian language speaking world, and all of these different cultures and points of reference. We really want to explore sides of Brâncuşi's work that people might not be so familiar with, hopefully things about him that could be surprising, from the post-history of his work in communist Romania, where he became a kind of a national hero, to the multiplicity of his work, his real modernity and study of modern modes of experience. It would be great to get scholars, artists, members of the public together to really think through the implications of that